What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to episode 3 of our Elder Scrolls Online playthrough. So, we are currently 3 out of 5 story zones, and then we probably have another post quest. But today, we're going to do another one, the Writhing wall, I believe, and apparently that's supposed to be a new mode coming out in October, according to the devs. So I'm excited for that one. Apparently we got to go up here for the next story. So,
I was tired of walking anyway.
Let me see. Where are we going? Yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the playthrough so far. I don't think this is going to be a long one, so for all of you who are video viewers as well, don't worry, that's still going to go up into the mix of videos. And made sure my mic is working this time. I apologize for that one in the previous episode. I caught that one a little too late. What's this one? Oh, that's probably for the public dungeon. We'll do that one last, most likely. Just because I think that one is going to be the most annoying, as usual, every public dungeon is. Has to be another way in, alright? But yeah, for all of you who are tuning in for the first time, welcome. This is a very story-heavy based game, so I'd recommend checking this out from the beginning. And links in the description to the playlist so you can watch it in order.
Not much of a pass, is it? If I'm not mistaken, this cave leads to a path through the mountains. More of a goat track, really. Be ready for some climbing. We'll probably have to do this the hard way. Grapple bows.
Yo, those are so fun, actually.
They're fun. Since the Writhing wall interferes with portal magic and we're going to get very close, I won't be able to use spells. So I brought the bows to help us climb. I hope we won't have to use them, but here you go. I hope Vanus will take care of that for us. If we reach a spot where the Writhing wall is thin enough, he'll find us. All we have to do is keep going up, and deal with any worm cult patrols in our path.
Alright, bet. So subclassing has always been interesting, and I haven't really messed around with it too much, but I think I might do... So this class is a sorcerer by default, and then I might do Arcanist or Templar. I feel like those are pretty solid meta ones.
See that post above the red flowers? It would be a good place to use a grapple bow.
They introduced this in elsewhere, I believe, to grappling. Can we go that way? Things are sideways.
Whew, that was a bit of a warm-up.
Okay, so where's the next grapple point? Over there?
I wish Vanus could.
I see it.
This looks like a promising spot. Be ready. Maybe I should have joined the buoyant homages.
Do your thing, lady.
Finally, we must speak swiftly. So you're helping Gabrielle. Good. I hope she still had my staff, but I wasn't sure my previous messages got through. We must be swift. The permanence of the wall fluctuates, and I can be cut off at any time. Where are you now? I'm in Solstice as well, on the other side of the Writhing wall from you. The Worm Cult brought me here from Cold Harbor, and they brought Cold Harbor here as well. Wormblood is attempting a new plane meld. In reverse. Like Molag Ball's dark anchors, but in reverse. Instead of dragging our world into Cold Harbor, He's bringing Cold Harbor into Nuremberg. The eastern side of Solstice is already changing. You can't. Not while the wall still stands. I have some help in here, but my ally convinced me it's impossible for now. The writhing wall is an insuperable barrier. Thin spots such as Lysol notwithstanding. I need you to...
Father, I see what Vanus meant by permanence. The thickness of the wall fluctuates. We need to find another weak point.
All right, why come on?
Ooh, this will impact more.
I never used to fight this much until I met you.
This is actually something to think about now that if you want to play magic, because if you play on actual Arcanist, chances are you're playing stamina. And so, frost damage. Increase base damage and abyssal ink strength. I might try the magic one. I'm not sure if it's better. It doesn't heal you, but I think for the sake of, you know, subclassing with Sork,
Look for grappling
it
points
might
to
be
traverse
solid.
these ruins.
But like any other main arc, probably playing Stam. Something tells me we do not jump.
This is proving.
I guess it's a fight metal.
Vanus is right about Cold Harbor. I can see elements of that foul place all around us. Here. The wall is thin here.
I'm here.
Speak with
Quickly. Curse the luck. I sense that the writhing wall fluctuates at random, but I assumed we'd have more time. Thin points appear and disappear without warning. How far has the Wormco's reverse plane mill progressed on your side of the wall? Daedra. That's worrisome, but not unexpected. If you aren't surrounded by lakes of azure plasm or looking up at floating islands of rock, then things haven't gone too far yet. We still have a little time to stop the worm cult. I'm not sure yet, but an army of necromancers and Daedra is massing in eastern Solstice. Clever blood, really. If he gathered his forces anywhere in Tamriel, we would have noticed. But a cursed island in the writhing wall blinded us. Unlikely. Wormblood controls a terrible source of power on my side. Something that consumes souls. The worm cult soul reapers feed this thing. In turn, it empowers the writhing wall. Great effort. But to what?
Cut off again. We must find another place where we can speak with Vanus.
Oh, by the way, if you haven't already done it, the Golden Pursuit, it started the other day. You still have 20 days, but this one's actually pretty easy. If you know what you're doing. Even if you don't, it's still pretty easy.
I will not.
Oh my god, lady, get out of the way so I can grapple.
I will not.
Dude, Zos, if you're watching this, please. No more NPC standing right next to you while you're trying to grapple.
Look, up the steps. Another weak point.
Listen closely. Wormblood seeks a relic called the Gift of Death. My source tells me it's hidden in a place called Vosgah Shrine. He must not acquire it. It's part of a Tibahatse court, sacred to Sithis. My ally here tells me it's in the hills southwest of Sunport. The Solstice Argonians used to play a ritual game there. A bloody one. As for why Wormblood wants the Gift of Death, I'm not sure. The Worm Cult brought Manamarco here. Now that explains much. Wormblood must believe this Gift of Death can resurrect his old master. It's up to you then. Stop Wormblood from obtaining the relic. If he... Damn it. Here come my captors.
I hope Vanus is alright. I don't like the way that last conversation ended. For that matter, I don't like what he told us. The worm cult gathering strength behind the writhing wall, and a new plane meld? That's terrible. I don't think so. Vanus mentioned a source of power. Still, we had to invade Cold Harbor to stop the plane meld before. Good people lost. Dead. I've missed Dear Darien ever since. Now Wormblood is bringing it back? And Manamarco too? You're right, of course. We don't know if Wormblood is close to his goal. So you'd better head to the Tibahatse Shrine. Find the Gift of Death before he gets there. Or at least delay him. I'll return to Sunport and warn the Fellowship. Good luck at Vosgah Shrine. I'll make sure Prince Azah sends help just in case you run into Wormblood too. It hardly seems fair. So many gave so much to stop the worm cult last time. Like Darien. Now they're back. So what did Darien die for? Memory's a bittersweet thing. When I think of Darien's smile, his laugh, I can't help but remember what it felt like to be with him, how I felt about him. And that makes me miss him even more. I suppose I can admit it. Darien was more than a friend. It started as a game. I pretended I was scandalized by his endless flirting. He pretended he wasn't serious. I wish I had said something about how I really felt. But I think he knew.
I feel like this is not the time. All right, so go to the shrine below. Oh, below.
I really don't like your odds.
Let me see. Where do we go? To the other one? Got it. I feel like there's a missing sky shard somewhere because I have 2 more delves to go to. That'll give me 2 more. And like a hidden one. So I'm gonna have to figure that one out.
Raz poked around several old Argonian ruins before returning to Sunport empty-handed. He never thought to visit an ancient ball court until Gabriel showed up and sent him here. With great urgency, one might add. Imagine his surprise. If you consider High Necromancer Wormblood to be unusual, then yes. He arrived just before you, and he brought friends. They entered the old ball court just ahead. Raz wondered if they came to play a game, but no one invited him to join in. But it would be so rude to show up without an invitation, Five Claw. Think of all the worm cultists we would have to apologize to with our blades. What exactly is Wormblood looking for again? If Wormblood is here, Vanus must have a knowledgeable source indeed. This one heard Wormblood tell his minions to seek the Ball Court's ritual altar to the north. Time for Five Claw and the Queen's Eye to save the day, yes?
Alright, where are we going?
Look at the seating tiers, the carvings. Braz had no idea Tiba Hadze was so important. Aha! Look, Five Claw. Wormblood is here. This is our chance.
To me, faithful of the Black
They're coming for us.
Destroy these
So we beat the boss, but apparently we got phases again. Punished for being a veteran player.
Even failures can serve me in death. Enough.
This one senses danger. Quick, Five Claw. Hide behind the pillar.
That was a lot of... If you missed that one, that gave you more time than I had thought it would.
You are a more worthy opponent than I expected.
Off with you, Switch!
I'm tired of this battle. I reclaim my power from these flimsy vessels. I will consume your
Again,
soul.
we take cover, Five Claw.
My horde and my followers will tear you limb from limb. Fools!
At last! Take the relic, Five Claw, and let us be on our way. Nurse does not like the feel of this place. Dark moons. He's coming back to life. It is foolish to fight a foe who cannot die. Destroy the columns. Bring down the shrine. Raz will pin Wormblood to the floor. Go, Five Claw! Get the gift of death back to Sunport. Raz will be fine.
Sounds good to me. Return to the palace. You went the wrong way. That's actually a nice garden. Very colorful.
Gabrielle recounted what you learned from Vanus Galerion. Dire tidings indeed. Was he right about the sacred Tiba Hadze court? Was Wormblood there? Did you find the gift of death? Excellent news, I think. We still don't know exactly why the Worm Cult needs the gift of death to restore Mannimarco, if that is indeed their intention, but at least the Worm Cult doesn't have it. What happened with Wormblood? Immediate resurrection? What kind of power is he able to call upon? Only legendary necromancers or a few fated heroes can do that. If Wormblood can't die, how did you and Razumdar defeat him? You did well to keep the gift of death from Wormblood. Better yet, you found a way to speak with Vanus Galerion. Knowledge is a mighty weapon in this war of secrets. Now we know what awaits us behind the Writhing Wall. I thank you, comrade. The Fellowship faces difficult decisions. While you were searching Vosgah Shrine, Gabriel told me of your communication with Vanus Galerion. Soul Reapers feeding the Writhing Wall? A new plane meld? The situation on Solstice is worse than I thought, but I might have an idea. Thanks to you, we now have something Wormblood wants, the gift of death. As long as we hold it, his plans remain unfulfilled. Returning Manamarco to life, expanding the Writhing Wall, whatever he needs it for. That gives us a degree of influence. Wormblood needs the gift, and we have it. We can use that to lead him to a spot of our choosing. This provides us one advantage, an advantage I believe we must seize with all due haste. Will you help me turn the gift of death against the Worm Cult?
All right, bet. Let's see.
The relic Wormblood seeks.
Oh my god.
What do we do with it?
Almost 3,100, boys.
We cannot allow Wormblood to bring him back.
We have something else, too. Raz snatched this key from Wormblood during our struggle.
A key. Let me see that. Aha! Why am I not surprised Raz went through Wormblood's pockets? I recognize the crest on this key. I noticed it on a crypt by a ruined estate. Corelanya Manor, if I'm not mistaken. I passed by the place when I first arrived on Solstice. Not at the time. It's a rather impressive mausoleum of ancient High Elf architecture, centuries old. I imagine some of Regent Corinway's ancestors are laid to rest there. I think you'd better look into it. One can't take on necromancers without poking around in a tomb or two. Take the key and investigate Corelanya Crypt. Find out why Wormblood was interested in the place. In the meantime, I'll take a closer look at the Gift of Death. Corelanya Crypt lies south of Sunport. Take someone along to help you. Scordo should do. And be careful, friend. The ancient Corelanyas were necromancers too. The worm cult might not be the only danger in that tomb. Necromancers are always interested in the dead, friend. But Wormblood's orders to Farinor mentioned that he was looking for the Gift of Death's location. My guess is that he went to Corelanya Crypt in search of information. Possibly, but the place could still be dangerous. You might run into spirits disturbed by worm cult activity. Some necromancers take care not to anger the dead with their rituals, not the worm cult.
All right, so we did one main story. We'll do the Gift of Death, the final one, next time. But what I want to do is actually I want to start doing some delves and let's like get those done as well. So we did this one last time. Are we missing another one? There's 3 of them total. 1, 2. Oh, 2, 3. Okay. Let's go do this one. But I'm not sure where that last sky shard is going to be actually, because there's 9 of them total, and then we get like 1 per delve, and then the last one is probably last one's probably in the public dungeon, if that makes sense. Dude, the water looks so nice here. All right, so we're going in. Is this the delve? I go here by boat. Okay, so Sky Shard, top floor. Oh my god, what is this? Righto. Okay. Pause. There's an upper and a lower level. I think we could figure it out with without the map, to be honest. It's just following things. All right, where are we? So to get the Sky Shard, we'd have to go around and up because that's on the second floor, but the boss is probably somewhere behind here. Usually they're not in the same spot. Or just look for something that's out of the ordinary. Not a boss, just a normal. I swore I saw two different maps, but it's probably in the center somewhere. Likely.
I hope you're watching.
Yeah, I have a feeling. Hold up, can I do it? Yep, easy. Either someone else already took out the boss, or I'm just not there. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Guess that solves that question. Yeah, like this is the map that I saw originally. So I guess we're done here. We got the boss. Yeah, we got the boss. We got the Sky Shard. I don't think there's any other quest along with it. Like, what were we? Hold up. Was there another door? Dude, I am so confused. Stupid map doesn't tell you. Like, but we got the boss, we got the Sky Shard, but I don't think we did the quest. And there's no marker. Just get out of here. Let's do the next one.
Off we go.
I'll figure out all of these quests eventually. What is this? Who are you?
At last, someone arrives. On behalf of the Nord Cultural Exchange, I request assistance. Greetings! I am Ysmer of the glorious expedition for the Nord Cultural Exchange, and the village before you is Shore's Stand. It houses a great community of proud Nords who, frankly, will not listen to a word we say. The Sturk Fellowship tasked us with getting the people of Shore's Stand to ally with us against the Worm Cult. A fine idea, except that Brit the Bold is in charge. She's too inexperienced, and the villagers are too stubborn to listen. It's not her fault. The villagers sent the rest of our envoy away. Brit's too stubborn to leave. She gets that from her brother. She needs help, and I have failed her once already. Will you aid her? The exchange pays well, as does the Fellowship. Brit's in the square. Last I saw, she was doing her best to dazzle the speakers of the village. Her brother Rigert would be proud. I must return to Sunport. Prince Azah of the Sturk Fellowship expects a report on our progress. Or lack thereof.
Alright, I got you, homie. Let's go.
Let's ride.
Got a bunch of quests over here, so let's do the delve first and then just tackle that one. I assume the boss is not on the main floor. Maybe it is. I don't know. Oh, that is the boss. You ever done Graven Deep? That's a dungeon. All right, well, delve is done. Haunted Haven. Oh, there is a sky shard here, just doesn't show on the map.
Here's the first altar. Just present the orb while I perform my...
Oh my god, lady, get out of my way. Just let me do the thing.
Mother of Seas, that took more out of me than I expected. And with your help, I have more time to examine it since I'm not fighting off spirits or Hadalids. Step close. Ooh, Storm's fury, that hurt.
It's the right way. I don't know.
Get back, you fetcher! Last altar. Time to get to work. Flashy may get noticed, but style gets running.
None can evade our...
The orb is fully attuned. Now head to the main chamber near the entrance to retrieve my ancestor's skull.
Ooh, the sky shard didn't show up on the map, but it's over there. All right, so how do we get this? Okay, so we go up the bridge. Look at these, one of those uncharted villages.
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable.
That should be 8 out of 9 sky shards total, the last one being in the public delve at the end. So yeah, 9-1 is then Blighted Grotto. Or yeah, the grotto over here. Then we do that, collect 2 of these next episode. And a bunch of points of interest. So let's go finish up this quest real quick. Get that one done.
Now I'm going to.
Place the attuned dampening orb.
Gandelec's ritual has finally been completed, and the flow of necrotic energy has changed. Well done. Final adjustment. Excellent. The attuned dampening orb works perfectly, and I set up the siphoning process. Over time, the necrotic energy in the cavern should wane. Then the spirits here will eventually move on to their final rest. Now, the skull, if you please. Oh, at last. My ancestor, Sea Lord Gandelec, has been a dark stain on my clan's reputation for long enough. Now, after all these years, his ritual has been finished, and soon his crew will know rest. Here, take this. And thanks again for assisting me.
Yep, I got you.
An alliance to combat the worm cult is forming in Sunport. After I take Sea Lord Gandelec's skull to my aunt, I may venture there myself. Unless, of course, my clan needs me to deal with some other problem. Yes, more or less. It's easy, but wrong to imprison all clans in the same cage. That is to say, broad generalizations are useful in the abstract, but often cause harmful misunderstandings in practice. Most definitely. I've learned a few good magical tricks in my work. Even if the worm cult comes along, they'd have a hard time trying to use the necrotic energy at this point, especially without my ancestor's skull. As my aunt has said of my ancestor, that man clutched secrets more tightly than a drowning land legs holds on to flotsam.
Yep.
I doubt he told his crew more than he needed to. Less than that, even.
All right, that's cool. We got that done. So all of the delves are done. Got all the shrines. There's a few quests we have to do over here, but let's go exploring because I want to actually discover the Pathfinder things, and I have no idea where those are. Unless...
Get back, you fetcher!
Oh, one over here. Oh my god, how long does it take my companions to actually kill one thing? What in the world? I'll turn that off for now so I can actually see things. So it's like 1, 2, 3. Shelltide Village. Okay, yeah, let's go discover the points of interest. And we're not going to start a new quest unless it's like really quick. Yeah, actually this area looks really nice, despite the huge wall that will probably finish up with the story. It's like, it's colorful, it's not rainy. It just looks overall really good. So, good job. Okay, the next thing we have to do is get to that island somehow. I'm not sure how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it. Making good progress on this playthrough though. It's like, I have a feeling maybe like 2 or 3 more episodes and then we'll have the zone completed with all this. I'm not 100% sure on all of this, but I assume you just discover it by playing. All right, so going to that island does not seem free. Either that or we go from a different path. Are there slaughterfish in here? Oh, the dude's doing it. How to fish. So they put fishing spots where you can't even fish. Very cool. Maybe drinking that was not the smartest. Yeah, we got a lot of quests here. We'll do them all, but one thing at a time, I guess. Ooh, that's a lot of things over here. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is discover Tides of Heart down here. And that's the fishing camp. But let's go turn these in, because I have a lot of extra quests I want to like just cut down on.
Stick your Stark Fellowship
All
with the
over and
Sunsets,
done, our
Mainlander.
village founded with
we
ease.
can help each other.
They sat
Read
back and
Solstice
ate
of the
the
worm
cheese.
cult threat.
We have a bigger problem
The
than the
waves
worm
are
cult.
both stone.
Help with
They
that.
climbed the boardwalk.
That smell. I sent word. My family.
A lot of these are just turn-ins, like find stuff in the world, turn it in.
I tried gifts, and you agreed? Speaker Hialf thinks.
Oh, she's the person that we talked to from, that's like Riggert's sister. So we'll do that. Yeah, that just cut down a few quests. Let's go discover this one. I'd rather not pay 500 for the shrine. I wonder, is it easier to get there from here? Let's find out. Yeah, we're actually doing a lot today. We got Delves done, Pathfinder Part 1 done,
wife a mummy.
I'm not sure about all the points of interest, but here we'll figure that out.
I think I'm getting good at this. Oh, I probably shouldn't be proud of that.
And then we'll do the trial. I think I'm gonna do it this weekend with my guild. That's when everyone signed up. Bismuth steam baths. Is that a house you could buy with gold, or is that a crown house? Hold on. Let me discover this first. Is this one you could buy with gold? I hope. Ooh, fancy cavern. Yeah, it is a gold house. West Solstice Grand Adventure. Let's see, what kind of achievement is that? So all you have to do is 16 total quests. Not bad. See the interior of this house. Oh, they got a pool. That's a nice pool. We're definitely getting this one. How much would it cost if you bought the furnished one? 9,000. Yeah, you're buying it with gold. Fancy. What's upstairs? Balcony. In real life, how much would this cost? Like 10 million? Want a screenshot. Yeah, having a cavern house and like unlimited water like that, it's kind of cool. In terms of in-game, is it worth 1.2 million? Yeah, I think so. Like, even if you just exterior decorate, this is a really nice one. You get a balcony and the 3 doors, or is that just each 2 rooms, main room, huge pool. It's on the other side. I think this is a cool house, actually. All right, so with that said, I think we are wrapping up this video. We did a lot this episode. All right, so Delve's done. Points of interest that we'll probably discover. Let me see. Let me turn this back on. Then I think next quest or next episode, what we're going to be doing is the final story thing. Just probably like post quest as usual. So finishing up the story here, doing the public dungeon, and then I assume all that's left is going to be points of interest. Or let me see. Probably just a lot of discovering and yeah, probably like daily quests and everything. Yeah, for the most part, we're almost done. So with that said, we are out for today, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.